go all in and put the passion behind it and the resources behind it.
It is home. It is home for me.
I live for that moment. It's exhilarating.
Wojcik. He's every defender's worst nightmare. Tall, broad-shouldered, Polish-born striker is quickly making a name for himself with the energy. I recently had the chance to sit down and talk with the fiery Chicago native about his game, his personal peccadilloes, and his expectations for 2017. We are joined by the man with the name that every single, including myself, but every single announcer around the league.
Yeah, they probably hate it.
They butcher it every time. So you say it for us on the record.
Wojciech, Wojcik.
Okay. Now what is it? Does it mean, does it translate at all to English? Is it like John Jones or anything like that?
Yeah, but it's, they say it's Ed Albert or Albert, I don't know. So I mean, I grew up with this one kid who had the same name as me and they called him Al, but I just stuck with Woj.
There was more than one guy named...
Well, yeah, you're from Chicago. You're going to get a lot more people named by name.
Well, I know there's a big Polish
community
there, but that's pretty standard.
Yeah, so I just stick to Woj.
When Jimmy told me that you were coming, it was George was there too, and Jimmy's like, oh, I can't spell his name. It's just, I'll email you. And so we thought, European guy, because there's guys like that all the time. And then you show up and you're like, wow, this guy, is American.
You thought I was like literally zero English or what?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, with that name, and then he said you were Polish.
Yeah.
Because you were born in Poland. When did you come over?
I was 3 months old. It was 92, so
there you go.
I was a baby. Yeah.
Outstanding. Have you played soccer since the beginning?
No, I grew up playing basketball first. I used to play baseball too, not really competitively, but it was just, honestly, I played a little bit of everything. One of my neighbors, his uncle grew up playing baseball, so we always played catch in the back in the alley. And then I just played basketball as well. Played basketball growing up in high school, but it was mostly just soccer.
At 6'3", right? So almost 6'4"?
Yeah, 6'3".
Okay. Were you always the tallest kid on the team?
Maybe not so when I was younger, but growing up, yeah, I was kind of more the bigger kid. I played as a defender, center back.
Oh, did you?
Until right around like 15, 16.
Okay.
When I started playing for the academy, they threw me up for one game and I started scoring. I scored one goal and they're like, well, we're going to keep you up there. So, and then I started scoring more, and then that's just how it happened. I started getting recruited to play forward as a striker, and then now I'm a striker.
You say academy like it was Chicago Fire Academy, right?
Yeah, Chicago Fire Academy.
Very, very cool. And then went on to Bradley University?
Bradley University, yep.
You joined the Energy, what, May, June last year?
Last year, yeah, on loan from Indy, May, end of May, right around there.
So, closing in on a year, how's your first year in Oklahoma City been?
It's been exciting. It's been different. Oklahoma compared to Chicago is a little bit, yeah. But it's a lot of fun. Yeah. I mean, it's different. The city's got a different vibe. It's a lot more relaxed. Definitely not as much traffic. You don't have to spend, a lot of time in the car. But other than that, I mean, OKC's got its spots, just like Chicago's got its spots. You just gotta find it.
Both have a lot of wind.
Yeah, a lot of wind.
They call Chicago the Windy City. I've been there numerous times. Yes, it blows from time to time, but it's just cold more than the wind to me.
Yeah, but I think that name more derived itself from the politics and the way.
Look at you, I like that.
Yeah, this just. I mean, I'm a history geek, so.
As am I. We should talk about that sometime. Let's talk about your performance on the field, specifically in the preseason so far. Very, very impressive. And, you had your moments last year, and it seems like as a striker, you're kind of hitting your stride here in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I think I just learned to dial back a little bit. I just, at times, it's difficult to kind of find your stride and where you fit in and stuff, but it's a good thing that I'm coming in from the get-go. As far as preseasons go, last year I came in mid-season, so I'm getting to learn all the guys, and the guys are learning, to get along with me on and off the field, and it's just been a really nice camaraderie, and I think it's just been a little bit more relaxed and just trying to enjoy every moment for what it is, and I just try to go out there and have fun, but at the end of the day, you're just trying to get out there and get better, and play for the win, but also play for your teammates.
Talking with Kyle Hyland, who you played with at Indy, he said that the brand of soccer is different in the NASL as opposed to the USL. Do you agree with that, and how so, if it is?
Yeah, I mean, I think the the mixture of players that you get within both leagues, definitely determines the type of play that you get in the league. If you take a look at like last year, like New York Cosmos, or 2 years ago when I was playing, when you had Marco Senna or Raul playing and all those guys. Like last year, what's the name from Ryan? Samaras. Yeah, you get players like that, and not only that, but you get also a better level of play surrounding them, because they're going to obviously want to surround them with good players. But yeah, it's definitely a little bit better, a little bit more playing, a little bit more technical. That's not saying that the USL doesn't have technical playing teams. I would say that we're more technical than we were last year. But yeah, it's just a little bit different. It's not really that much, but you could tell that there's a little bit of a difference.
Kyle said the intensity was maybe a little bit stronger in the USL. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely the intensity, the way that teams get after you, the physicality.
This is going to sound weird, but stick with me because I'm getting somewhere with this. They always say couples learn a lot about each other cooking with each other in the kitchen, how they operate, if they can operate long term.
Okay.
And I learned a lot about you when we did our cooking segments last year.
Are you trying to say something?
I'm not going to ask you out, but because that's, girlfriend wouldn't be happy about that. I'm saying that you are a very detail-oriented guy. Is that fair?
Yeah, there's a couple things that I would say I'm OCD about. I mean,
cooking, that's your word. I'm just saying.
Detail, maybe so with cooking. More so cleaning.
Okay.
I like to keep it a lot the kitchen clean, everything clean. But yeah,
are you germaphobe?
I mean, yeah, I feel like that goes hand in hand with being clean,
Okay.
But yeah, no, I mean, cooking is more experimental for me. Like whatever I like to see or like whatever I want to try, I'll just look something up, a recipe, and I'll just kind of give it a shot. And if it works, it works, and if it not, I just ate bad food, I guess. Maybe I'll have a stomachache.
I was impressed with you, but I was kind of OCD, very particular and very organized and type A.
Yeah.
Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
Does that translate on the field for you at times?
I think in the past couple years, I would say I was, real like being a stickler on myself. Like at every step. Not necessarily critiquing, but seeing what I could do better, this and that. And that would tie hand in hand with why I would get so easily frustrated on the pitch. But now I think, you learn a lot of things as you keep playing and moving forward and progressing as a soccer player in your career. And I think the more easygoing I've turned into as a player on the field, I think that's better for me just because I know myself as a player, and I don't really accomplish many things when I get aggravated and frustrated. So whenever something doesn't go my way now, at least on the pitch, I just try to take a step back and relax.
There are other players on the team that have the reputation for being extremely high energy, high intensity, overly intense. And you can hold your own at times, but I think that's part of maturity, like you were saying, a maturity thing. You get older, you realize that getting mad doesn't necessarily accomplish anything. So.
Yeah, and the thing is soccer is a team sport, so there's a lot of dynamics in play when you're playing with people. You rely on people, and people rely on you to do the right things. Sometimes those things go your way, sometimes those things don't. And maybe last year some of those things necessarily didn't go my way, or they did for whatever reason. But I think it's that give and take that I'm starting to be a little bit more aware of, and trying to step back a little bit and just, slowing it down for myself and seeing where it goes, and stuff like that.
Soccer at this level, you're changing teammates seemingly every single year. So it's not a huge deal for you to be playing with a ton of new teammates this year. But you've got some guys like a Daniel Jackson that was with the team last year, but he's now playing a great role that you seem to have pretty good chemistry with so far this year. What is it like for you playing with these new guys?
It's an exciting time, and like I said, it could also be really frustrating because I haven't really played with everybody yet in terms of playing a lot of minutes together on the field. So, it's just about staying a little bit optimistic in the sense that when you get on the field, you just have to not necessarily worry that mistakes are going to happen, because they are, but you have to not be afraid to play the ball forward or risk a pass going forward. It's preseason, you have to, adventure, and when you step out on the pitch, you have to give yourself a chance. You know, as far as playing with your teammates and taking a shot, or you know, stepping into position when someone takes a long run, or you know, just little things. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it matters in details. At the end of the day, when you championships. So.
Last year, goal scoring was an issue for the team. This year, it seems like there are more pieces in place, maybe more speed in place at certain positions that will ultimately lead to better offensive numbers.
Yeah,
Is that fair to say?
we have a lot of talent, especially I think the way that Jimmy brought us all together. I think it comes more so from the midfield. We've definitely got speed on the outsides. We've got midfielders that are crafty and look to thread passes, and we've got a guy, you know, guys like Alex who sit more defensively and try to keep possession. You know, we've got really good defenders. I think overall the level and the quality of us and the roster got a little bit better from last year. But yeah, you know, I think all the pieces are slowly starting to come together, and the beautiful thing about this is that you have guys that are good at one thing that aren't necessarily good at the other, and when it all comes together, it all complements each other, and I think we've seen that. We're starting to, you know, see what it's really starting to look like and come together.
Goals for Woj, goals for the team for 2017.
Goals for the team, I mean, obviously you want to win games, so winning games as many as we can for sure, but I think establishing ourselves at home is a big thing. I think we got into a little bit of stretch last year where we couldn't get those points that we needed to at home, so I think establishing a strong home presence is going to be exciting for us and exciting for the fans to get to come out and watch us play good soccer. For myself personally, whatever happens, I'm not really, you know, too particular into, you know, how many goals I score, this and that. I just want to be, you know, a good teammate and someone that, you know, people can rely on when I step on and off the field. Overall, being a good person, having good character, you know, in good times and bad.